Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm working on a project in my garage on one of the mowers. It's been raining for like 24 hours, something like that, so we can't really go out and do anything right now because the leaves are all soaking wet. So we're going to put headlights on the lawnmower. I've been wanting to do this for 3 or 4 years now, just because we run against the daylight all the time this time of year. And we always seem to finish up a yard in the dark, and we could always work a little bit longer, but we can't do it because we can't see nothing. So it's time to put some headlights on these mowers so we can work a little longer and get things done. So I am going to show you what I have, and I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to mount them up because there's a tight area, and I just ordered all the parts off of Amazon, and I don't have a whole lot of money wrapped up into this, and I just got cheap LED lights. If they break, I don't care, it doesn't matter. So that's why I went the cheap route. All I need to do is see 10-15 feet in front of me, and if I got to see farther, that's fine, but I don't have to see that far. So I had ordered fuse holders because I need fuses, waterproof light switches, and some cheap 9-light lights, LED lights. Not much to them. Just a little bracket, and I should be able to bolt them on. Like I said, there's not a whole lot to them, but it shouldn't be much. And I'm going to try and put them about right in here. Looks to be pretty much all stainless steel hardware, so that's pretty good there. Pretty good for a cheap light. Now the problem I'm going to have is little bolts, and these fingers don't like small parts. I'm sure the threads have got paint in them. Well, that's not bad. Now all of these bolts are metric, and I am putting stainless steel bolts into aluminum, so I can't tighten it down too much. Okay, since I am going to use these two holes, the only thing I have around the shop is this flat bar, and I don't have any 3-inch angle iron because I don't think the bolt's going to go through there without wearing a hole in there or putting a hole in there. Well, that's not going to do me any good with the gas tank being there. So I am going to have to make my own angle iron. So I'm going to pull these bolts out, drill some holes in there, and then I have some flat bar pieces, so I'm just going to weld to it, make my own angle iron. And it should work out just fine. These holes are approximately 2 inches apart. 2 inches apart, 3/4 of an inch out. So it was 3/4 of an inch. There's 3/4 of an inch. Said the holes are 2 inches apart. This bar is 3 inches wide. These are going to come in a quarter of an inch. Quarter of an inch. And this should be 2 inches apart, which it is. So that's where we're drilling the hole, right there. They are 2 inches apart. So now we drill up to the next hole, which is 5/16. Still 2 inches apart, maybe a little bit tight, but we'll see how it works out. That bolted on there. I'm going to want to have this so it does not hit. So it should be right about there. So I have this come out. Bolt should be right about there. And I have these plates that were left over from another project I took out, and I'm just going to weld this up in here. Okay, enough magnets on there. This should be a 90-degree angle. Let's just make this up. That is my angle iron. It's a bolt in there. I'll drill a hole, set that in there, round the edges off, and it should work out pretty good. So let's finish welding this up and then get the holes drilled. Okay, now that everything's cooled down enough, let's just get this setting in here. While I was waiting on that to cool down, I grabbed it and made the other one. About right here, it's going to be even with this bracket, so we'll be even with the fender here, and it won't be fender, tank, or whatever you want to call it. Won't be sticking out past that, so it should work out fine. Went and drilled the other bracket all up, and I put a coat of paint on this. That way it's all dried up now, and I can put all this back together, and we don't have to worry about it. So I think that's going to work out just about right. It should be out of the way the handle, which it is. Should work out good. Well, let's get the other one mounted up and let's get these things lit up. Well, I decided I was going to mount the switch here, and I forgot to record me drilling a hole in it. So I'm just going to have this sticking through here. The on off. So now I got the switch mounted, I just got to get the wires run down through and put a wire loom on it and hook to the battery. Along with the fuse. Got to get a fuse in there too, and fuse holder. So this is the fuse holder I had ordered, and I got 4 or 5 of them for like $3, something like that. Yeah, wire's a little overkill, but I'd rather have too thick a wire than too thin a wire. Solder together, just pull the heat shrink up, slide that on. That. Little itty bitty screws, and these fingers, like I said before, don't like little itty bitty screws. Completely amazed I did not drop that.
Oh, small screw again. That small of a screw, I'm impressed I never dropped it. Or amazed, one of the two. Just attach this real quickly like. Now I have to ground these wires out, or ground these lights out before they will work. Okay, I got everything all tied up, all the wires are run. I got a couple more to tie right here. Before I do and bolt all this down, I want to turn these on to make sure they work. I put a fuse in a fuse holder, and let's see what happens here. I will probably have to aim them, but I see that one over there is kicked down just a little bit farther than I wanted, but let's see what it looks like. Yeah, them are pretty bright. Let's open up the garage and shine them outside. Yes, it is dark out. Oh yeah, them are really, really bright. Them are going to work really good. So that is my project for the day. It's the project took a little longer than I wanted to. I had to take about a 5-hour break because a friend of mine passed away this past week, and I went to his funeral, and then there was a luncheon, I guess, afterwards. And so that's why it is now dark, because I didn't have to. I chose to spend some time with his wife and his family. Vicky and myself both did. And then we come home and I finish up this project, and yeah, it is dark, and I wanted to see what it's going to look like in the dark anyhow, or at night, and I think it's going to work out really well for me. I have to do the same exact thing with the other mower, but I did a lot of trial and error on this one, and it'll go a little faster on the next one. Actually, it'll go a lot faster. So that's going to be the end of my video for today. I thank you for watching and subscribing. If you can check out the links in the description box below, we greatly appreciate it. Everybody have a good evening, and we will see you at the next yard.